Okay, I'm going to try this again because the video that I uploaded before was too long and I couldn't edit it all so that it could just be in one video altogether. So this is just a mini version so that it can fit on screen, basically. So I've got 2 pieces of material that I've cut to the length that I want. So you'll cut them to the length that you want. Roughly about 32 inches in length and about 22 inches in width, okay? Like a big Santa sack. So I've got wrong sides facing out. So pretty sides are touching. And you can see along here, on one edge, I've sewn from one end to the other. I've backstitched. I've left a gap because that's where we're going to turn it right side out later on. I've gone over about 3 or 4 inches, backstitched, and sewn all the way to the end. On the other end of the sack, I've just sewn all the way along. Now what we're going to do is open the bag up, and we want to match these 2 seams together. So we're going to fold them in and match them like that. And we'll put a pin there or a clip. Okay, we'll do the same on the other side. So match these 2 seams up. Okay, so this yellow is going to be the inside lining. The rose flowered pattern is going to be the outer of the bag. So now you should have something that looks like this. Okay, now I'm going to sew from here up, but I need to remember to leave that little gap for that channel. So I'm going to pop a pin there or another clip there to remind me to stop when I get to there. Keep coming up here, back stitch a bit to reinforce it all the way to the end. Same on the other side. So I'll see if I can move this down a little bit for you to see the actual sewing part. Not so sure I can. I take my hat off to these YouTubers. Okay, here we go. So much easier and so much quicker. You can see I've got heaps prepared for later. That's what I'll be sewing today, because this literally so much quicker. Okay, so I'm coming up to that little reminder clip. Stop, back stitch, lift my needle, move up, needle down, back stitch. Now I'm going to be putting these 2 together. So as it comes through the machine, you might get a better picture. Hang on. So you can see, maybe, we came up to here, we stopped, we back stitched, we left a gap, a hole, okay, we came up to here, we kept going. I'm going to go all the way to the end. Okay, now to the other side, same thing. Reminder clip, back stitch, lift, pull it up just before it reaches the seams that you've matched up there. Start your stitch, back stitch, go over the seam, continue all the way to the end. So far we're at 4 minutes and 44 seconds. That's how quick these can be made. So much quicker than the other way I was doing it. Okay. perfectly. You don't even really need to worry about your threads. Now we're going to find that little hole that we left before, that 4 centimetre hole that we marked on the lining. We're going to reach in. We're going to pull it right side out, which is very satisfying. Okay, poke your corners out. If you've got a chopstick or a knitting needle or something like that, it's often a good idea. Or you can iron it if you want to be fussy. But remember, this isn't about perfection. This is just about functionality. Okay? So all our corners are out now. So we now have a bag that's starting to look like this. Okay, now I'm going to open it up. And I've got my little holes there for that channel piece. And I'm going to put that lining, because now they're both right side out, I'm going to put that lining inside the bag and give it a shake. Okay, now remember, this is just a mini version, all right? Now what you will do is you're going to sew all the way. You could iron that if you wanted to. All the way along here. So pop it over your machine like that. Okay, but remember to leave that little gap there. So you're going to start your stitching there, close to the edge, and you're going to do another one on the other side, which will be about 2 inches down from where you're sewing now. So back stitch, we'll run it all the way. Now really, you could have pressed this, but for the sake of the video and time, I'm just going to press it with my fingers as I go along. Can't believe this, how quick this is. It's so much quicker, and it's a much nicer finish. So we're coming up to the second little hole. I don't even really know if you need 2. You probably only need 1, theoretically. Okay, now, we're also coming up to that big gap that we left before for us to turn it the right side out. So when we go across here, it's going to close that off. See? Now you're none the wiser. No different. Up to 8 minutes. I reckon we can get this done in 10. Back stitch, back to the start. Okay, I'm going to move over so that I've left that gap. Find a place on your machine. If you wanted to be really fussy, you could mark it with a fabric marker, but this is about getting as many done today as I can, as it's one of my only days off. Back stitch and go for it. So just so you can see, between the top and the bottom, you've created that channel there, okay? I'm sure there's a word, like, you know, a proper sewing word for that instead of channel. Just come past that second little hole. I guess it's only, you only need 2 holes if you want to put ribbon in to like pull it that way. But if you just want to pull it up with just one string that goes all the way around, then you only need to leave a hole on one of the sides when you're sewing. We learn as we go together. And we're done. In 3, 2, 1. 10 minutes and 8 seconds. Okay, well, I did talk a little bit too much. So if I didn't stop, it really would have been done in under 10 minutes. Now I'll get my safety pin after I've taken these threads off. And we now have a bag. There's the channel all the way around. The holes on the outside of the bag so that the ribbon gets stuck in here. See? And we'll pull it tight. And that's it. So you'll have a drawstring bag done in 10 minutes today. Just one, maybe two if you're feeling generous. Pretty please. We're getting there. Lots and lots of people have requested now. Word has spread, so do what you can. And if you can't do it, see if somebody else can do it for you. 2 bags each. Let's pass on this act of kindness and see where it takes us. Good luck, everybody. Happy Good Friday.